A young black man, and you know what that means, G. A hard life, and ain't nobody hiring me. Too black, too strong for this fucking little system, man. No Uncle Tom, so I'm fucking up that little plan. So fucking scared that I might just up and retaliate. You ask me why, should my heart be filled with hate? Motherfuck the past, talking about shit that's happening here today. I'm on my knees, oh Lord help me control this rage. I'm being teased like a beast, locked within a cage. They're setting traps, and almost kill me twice, you see. They won't feel safe till they got me hanging from a tree. I'm still running, but I got the Lord on my side. Pour a drink on the corner for my homies that have fought and died. Ain't nothing changed, I still live my life in fear. I ask you God, where we go from here? From here.
What's up, everybody, man? This T.O.G. Marilla, man, we back another week, baby.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening?
What's up, my brother? What's happening?
Man, it's good. Life is good.
You know, life is lifing. You know, my older daughter be like, lifing. Now I get it, baby. I know what you like. Yeah.
It's some new things happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you know how we always start, brother. How was your week?
My week been eventful as always. I'm in some going through some things as far as my vehicle, trying to get that straight.
Okay.
Yeah, bills, just your basic life matters. You know what I'm saying?
Greg, what up, brother?
Greg?
Appreciate
What up,
you
Greg?
following us, man. You're faithful, man. I love it, man. Every week, man. Continue to follow us, man, and just come and say, man, we're gonna get into some real life stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know we ain't the only one going through this stuff, and we're gonna talk about it, man. So so I feel you, man. Life and my week, I've been learning. I've been learning. And I understand. My mom told me about 2 weeks ago. She said, "Baby, you got the patient of Job." I'm like, well, I mean, however you, however you want to call it, just shit. Sometimes you just can't do nothing but have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my wife. She like she would want to talk about some stuff, and I'd be like, just ain't got it right now. You know what I'm saying? You know how you have so many ideas. We need to do this. We need to do that. We need to do this. You be like everything you can count up. I be like that shit take money and just like money is at a all time low right now. It's at a what I'm saying? It's at a low.
But you still got to be enthusiastic about what's going on because we're going. For me, I always have a measure of faith.
Got you.
And I understand and know how I walk within this life, and therefore my faith and my walk gonna produce a harvest, regardless of what I see. I can't be swayed by what's in front of me. I have to understand and know in myself and know, not believe, know that it get greater later. And even though these times be hard, I still have what I need when I need to have it. See, a lot of times I used to overlook those blessings, and I always look for the big boom. Like I always want to score a touchdown. But I remember when I was like, and I learned that in football that sometimes it takes you getting them 2 yards, them 3 yards. You know what I'm saying? Just getting enough to move you forward, to keep you moving forward, and then eventually the touchdown will come. You know what I'm saying? You'll get it, but I always having that optimism within myself that these times are hard, but I'm a little harder than these times, and I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And sometimes I guess I hear the 2-3 yards. First down, keep the chains moving, right? But what about the sacks and the tackle for losses?
Yeah, that's all
the
part.
penalties.
But you overcome that because that's just part of the game. One sack don't make you lose the game.
No, I ain't talking about one sack. I'm talking about multiple sacks.
I mean, people have multiple sacks and still win the game.
Yeah.
The thing is, where's your heart? See, I've been told I got a heart of a lion. That's where I look at it. And I believe that within myself because I believe that as a black man in this society, we up against a lot.
Yeah.
But we are built for what we're coming up against. I don't believe that God will put me in a situation that I'm not built to handle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And understanding that in my faith, I say to myself, okay, you brought it in front of me, so let me handle it.
Yeah. Larry Robinson said, what it do,
What's
fellas.
happening,
What's up,
Larry?
Larry, man? Appreciate you following us, man. Appreciate you joining us. So look, so we want to talk about a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit of
now this is where we you got to keep flowing. You know what I'm saying? I be like, hey, where you going? You get this. Well, okay, look,
Yeah.
the mentorship. We want to ask a question. How is mentorship needed in our communities, or should it be more? Should it be less? And what? Because we had a question. I made a statement last week where I asked. It was. I mean, the question was asked. Said you said that
Mm.
the OGs following the youngsters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and I said, well, somehow anyway, however it went, I said that we got to give them something to follow.
Yeah.
We got to give them something to follow. If they gonna follow, then we can't make nobody follow you. You can't make nobody see the right answer. You can't make nobody do the right thing.
Mm.
You know, but we have to be an example of what the right thing looked like. I think as far as being not a certain mentor, but as being a responsible citizen within our community. You know, and a lot of times, now listen, man, don't get me wrong. I wasn't always talking like this. I was one of these that needed to be talked to. So now, but today, I understand the importance of that conversation that I eventually had in the penitentiary system with a lot of good people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of older guys, you know, pulled me to the side and they schooled me on a lot of things. And this type of thing to a guy that didn't want to listen to nobody, that felt like he knew everything,
Yeah.
had all the answers, you know what I'm saying, and had that heart to do what he had to do. So, but I humble myself to listen to somebody, and this is when my life started changing. Yeah.
So I hear the mentor, but I'm okay. I'm play devil advocate. So on the flip side of that, like with the kids these days
Mm-hmm.
and what they seeing, so how do you mentor? How do you be able to talk on their playing field, far as what they seeing now? They looking at the videos, the music, they looking at this lavish life of the hustle, sharp cars, the clothes, bunch of money in their pocket type, popping baller type stuff. When you got a lot of them going that direction, how do we reel them back?
I mean, they have to bring themselves in. Everything is your choice. The only thing I can say about as far as reeling them in is you have to tell the truth. A lot of times people are running toward these distractions because they look good, they sound good, and they figure they're gonna have a good feeling behind them. In all actuality, right behind the veil of those distractions is a horror story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and a lot of times, and most of the time, we don't allow them to see the full horror story that comes behind this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and now we don't try to scare you to do what's right. We try to let you make an intuitive and intelligent decision for yourself. Self love is prevalent. You got to love yourself. In order to love yourself, you have to love your people and where you come from throughout history.
Yeah.
I mean, a person that don't love himself basically don't love his genetic structure, his DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you love grandmama and mom and all, then you got to start loving yourself. And if you love yourself, you will really start making more intelligent decisions. I had to learn this. I'm not talking to tell somebody that's what they need to do. I ain't talking about. I'm telling you what I learned.
Mm-hmm.
And once I learned this, and I really started really loving and caring for myself, I realized that not only was I caring for myself, I was caring for the ones that love me also.
Yeah.
Because I'm not in this world by myself.
And then mentoring not just for the kids per se.
No.
Adults need to be
Yeah,
mentored too,
yeah,
man.
yeah. I mean, we need people we can talk to, which is a lost art out here.
Yeah.
I
Especially with
mean,
the men.
because you know, men, it causes men to be vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to be vulnerable by somebody that's going to take advantage of your vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but when you learn and understand who you are in your vulnerable or in your most confident state,
Yeah.
when you know who you are in both of these places and all the places within your design, then you wouldn't have no problem. You ain't gonna go tell everybody your business, you know what I'm saying? But it's loving yourself to the point where you can conversate about the things that are real. Cause paying bills is real. Life grabbing you up and doing depot in your ass is real sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Shit. This stuff real. Yeah. And a lot of kids don't get to see that real. Now we want to guard them and keep them from seeing a lot of this stuff. I don't want them to suffer, but I want them to understand that it takes a lot for the parents to be the parents. It takes a lot for them to take care of the whole household. And it would be real nice to have a helping hand and not be a bother and do the thing that you need to do as a child to help me out. Yeah. I really don't need to be going to work and have to come back and check you out of school. Or see as and this is the type of thing that everybody say, all the kids that I've dealt with, they love their mother. And a lot of time people that was in the penitentiary that I met, and me at one point in my life was like, I did a lot of things so I can get my mother out of this. I was lying on my mama. I ain't do that to my mama. I did that because I was lazy and wanted to find an easy way to get some money. Okay? Okay? So I had to learn to stop lying about what I was doing and why I was doing it. Because I wanted to make it seem honorable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had to trick myself into doing some of the stuff I did because I became other than myself. That's why, as men, we have to teach our young men that they go through phases in life of learning themselves. Yeah, man. You're not going to always be the phase that you are now. Yeah.
Man, I just within this last year, I started to understand the movie Hustle and Flow. When they play that song, it's hard out here for a pill. Yeah. Like, I really understood that song. I started listening to it. Like, dude, I don't know how fast bills come. I don't think it's every 30 days. I think they say bills come every 28 days. They don't even count the full month. So bills come so fast to make your head spin. And don't be behind. And don't have a big family. You already struggling. It get worse. And I don't think people understand. When you have to juggle this stuff and you got to pay bills. You got to make this happen over here. You got to take care of a household. Like, man, I should have went. Me personally, I should have went to the circus.
Well, to be honest with you, I believe more people know about it than you think. A lot of people are really, stealing from Peter to pay Paul. A lot of people going through a lot of that
all the time,
and it's not all the time. You have your good times. You just have to put your mindset into a position where we're gonna do it. Yeah, we're gonna make it happen. And then as we do that, and as you move forward on that, I mean, hard times come, man. I did 18 years in prison. Mm-hmm. I mean, I remember not even having a suit. You know what I'm saying? Now you ain't got no bills to pay, you ain't got all that. But if you sitting down there and you got nothing in your box, you might as well be on Skid Row. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny, but it's so true. I always like when we go through hard times. And so my kids get to complaining. I just had to bring them back to reality. I'll be like, hey, we ain't under the bridge. And I actually be seeing people under the bridge or just say ducked off by a building somewhere with covers and all that. And you can imagine when it's like 11 degrees outside and they outside sleeping. Right. And we complain about this over here. Right. Imagine not having nothing.
I heard it's so crazy. Mike Epps.
Amy, what up?
Okay, Amy,
Scott, yeah.
Hey, Amy, Scott. Hey, look, Mike Epps did a joke. Mike said that everybody was complaining about their problem. Yeah. So they everybody praying about their problem. God went to all these people in this group and said, okay, everybody throw your problem on the floor. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when everybody threw their problem on the floor, they said, y'all pick them problems. They wouldn't. People was looking for their problem, the other problem.
They heard the other,
Nah, when they picking up other folks' problem,
know what I'm saying?
They putting their way, hey, get my problem back. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times,
Yeah. Sometimes you ain't got to manage your
listen, man. Listen. Yeah. When I deal with the stuff that I deal with, I'm really in Thanksgiving that I'm not dealing with what I used to be dealing with. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? I know where I came from. Yeah. So in understanding that, when I walk up and I'm having a problem with a bill or the car breakdown, I mean, we was out in the field with swing blades.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just look me. I'm just sitting patiently waiting on this. Waiting on the lottery, and that lottery is income tax. Patiently waiting.
Yeah, but yeah. So back to mentoring, man.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
the thing is we and
Now, Greg said we needed more.
yeah,
Greg
thank
said
you, Greg.
we needed
Yeah.
more. We needed
Cause,
more mentorship.
right. Cause Greg, you know we were raising ourselves.
Yeah.
And then Larry know it too, because we was in the military raising ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We were doing what we didn't know what to do. We just were doing it.
But you know what's funny? What's funny about that? So if you tell like if you try to talk to kids, teach kids or whatever, and I hear the kids like I need to see it for myself or learn it myself or go through it, how I'm gonna learn if I don't do it myself versus you trying to tell me how to do
And
it.
let him go learn. I
Mm.
mean, if that's what he want to do now, I mean, you can't not like if he talking about something that's gonna be detrimental. That's right there. Most kids say things, but they really don't mean it because they really don't know what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? I noticed that with one of the kids, he was saying he was doing something, going somewhere, but he didn't understand what came with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's sitting fantasizing about doing and being something that he's seen,
Mm-hmm.
but he does not know the steps to take to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so all we're trying to do is get them to recognize the process of each way. Okay, now this happened, this to go here, this go and this go out there like here.
Mm-hmm.
Now the outcome of most people that do what this dude was talking about doing was like, I mean, null and void. He
Yeah.
wasn't gonna get nothing out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I started talking to him about now there's other things you can do. First of all, you have to understand, in my point of view, a lot of people don't really see their own talents.
Mm-hmm.
There's one little kid, KJ, you know what I'm saying? I just say initially, like I said, but he very intelligent dude, very articulate. I mean, I see it,
Yeah.
but is anybody telling me that? So I started telling him, hey man, you got something.
Yeah. You was kind.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to tell. I mean, think about this. When we were growing up, motherfucker was cussing us out, hollering at us, and that's all you heard.
I
But
ain't
if
hear all. I ain't gonna ride with that. I ain't gonna say
no,
that's
no,
all you heard. There's no way
no,
you're
listen,
gonna tell me that
listen to
Bob and
me.
them just cuss y'all and you
No,
hear
that
them
ain't what.
love
No,
you.
that ain't what I'm saying. I'm
Okay.
saying you got a lot of. Think about a lot of kids that's just say growing up in the tough homes where all they hearing is hollering, bickering, fussing, fight. Their parents or they mom with they boyfriend fussing and fighting and a bunch of cussing. That's all they hear. They don't even hear, hey, I love you. Hey, you can do this. You can be great. All they hear is all the downside of fuck you, you ain't shit. You just like your daddy. You'll never be shit. Think about those kids when they don't hear it. Hey, you smart. You can be something.
That's why mentoring is needed.
Exactly.
That's not just mentoring the sons and daughters, but the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, getting in there and being a counterweight of a situation. Trauma, you know what I'm saying, is very relevant in our neighborhoods and our whole demographic. So we might be dealing with a lot of trauma that somebody been through.
Yeah, it's a bunch of trauma
You might
because
be dealing with some type of mental
yeah,
illness. You know, it's different things, but we have to start being aware and saying to ourselves, how can we help? You know, a lot of times we sit around and we talk about the people that go through those changes
mm-hmm.
and not find out what's going on. Can we help you in any type of way? And to help the family helps the child.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why way we look at it. Or this way I look at it.
But I'm just saying, you had some kids go. Think about Eddie Kane. Eddie Kane daddy told him, "You ain't shit because I ain't shit."
I mean, those extreme cases, and they might go on, but you
Shit.
still, I have never seen personally. I've heard stories, I've seen stories within the law books, but I've never seen a mother just totally um, throw away her child. You know what I'm saying? I've seen mothers who couldn't take care of him. I done seen mothers who couldn't pay the bills and had to give them up for adoption.
Oh, man.
But I always come back when it's over with to try to get them. So I've never seen this the total
You got some,
trick
you know,
shot. I'm sure
put
it
them in a
is.
dumpster.
Oh,
Brenda got a baby. That was a true story.
I mean, it probably is, but I say I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I've never seen a woman put a child in a dumpster. I've never seen this, and I'm thanking God I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying it doesn't go on. And like I said, I've seen documented cases in the law books.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why more mentors are needed. You know, but stand down, try to keep beating people up. Nah, let's go help them.
Yeah, we need some, man. There's a lot of trauma going on in our community.
Well, and then we were talking about earlier about the football. You know what I'm saying? The sports. They had a conversation earlier on the show. I was watching about the guy that got
Yeah.
Yeah. What you think about that?
So, me personally, man, you know, football. You know, don't get me wrong. I like football. I play football. You know, I love to watch it. But if I had to do over, I wouldn't play it. I wouldn't put my kids in football. Football is, and I thought this before this incident happened with DeMar Hamlin a couple of weeks ago. It's real. It's real physical. I read up on the CTE. You know, the players that get the CTE. Most players do get it. But the only way they can tell they got CTE after they die. That's crazy. It'll be hard for me to do it. Trying to, you know, like I said, we started at the age of 4. And we work all our life trying to make it to the NFL. And you talking about blow after blow after blow after blow after blow. And you think about all the people that don't make it though. See, we talking about the people that make it, but think about the ones that don't make it, and they got them same type of injuries.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I'm one of them. You know, the thing is, you know, I consider myself blessed for not even being put in a position to go there because because I was dead set on it, but for some reason, I just was fed up with it early. You know what I'm saying? Early, like 16, 17 years old, I was fed up with it. It really didn't matter like it did when I was in my 10, 11, 12, stuff like that. So, you know, football to me at this point in time, with all the technology they got, should at least try to find other ways to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you got people out here never played football, hate the fact that it's not as violent as it used to be. Because it used to be way more violent, I think, than this. Because, you know, it was a lot more. And then I don't know, because I ain't played a down in that motherfucker. So I ain't no way, no 300-pound joker running a 4.5 gonna hit me. No, sir.
Full speed.
No, sir. And so I'm not with it.
And so my thing is, when do we as our community start to understand how physical how violent that sport is? Why we're not choosing the less physical sport? You know, and I understand back in the day, that was an outing for our community. Playing sports was a way, you know, to get a family out.
It is.
Yeah, but you got so many other ways now.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? But you still hopping on that because we still overrun. Yeah. I mean, we still like excited about college football, high school football. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's on all levels. Even Little League. You got people killing each other at Little League games.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Getting the coaches in front of the
players. So, you know, I mean, it's not just violent on the field. It's violent with the participants that's in the audience and the referees and all that.
And then these cats don't even get guaranteed money. And that's what's even more crazy. Like baseball, they give guaranteed contract. Basketball, I think they do too. Football, they just now getting around. I think Deshaun Watson got a guaranteed $200 million. Guaranteed. They just now getting around and think about all these cats. Think about the ones that don't make that type of money though. That play on a practice squad. You know what I'm saying? They still almost have to work a job sometimes.
They do.
Yeah, and so I mean, it's and they actually had to go out there and play dummy, be the dummy and get knocked around.
That's somebody who really want to play some football.
Yeah,
you know. I mean, now don't get me wrong. I played all the way up until my 30s, and I played prison football. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, you play NFL football.
And flag, yeah, we played Super Bowl and everything.
But
It's
not
flag
prison
football.
flag.
Yeah.
We went tackling.
I ain't figure out what
That was
like
it. Prison flag is probably a little more different than regular flag. Like real talk.
It's a little different.
Yeah, so I don't know, man.
I just think that we need to just reevaluate our values, our
reset.
Yeah, we need a reset. I mean, we need to, as a community, we need what do we want our kids to be? What do we see ourselves in 5, 10 years from now? You know, where do we see ourselves 100 years from now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What are we raising in our own households? See that's thing. If everybody in their household became their own mentors, you know, somebody in your house has to go out and learn something, gather something, be something, do something, and start, you know, and it's just education and wisdom and give it back. Just give it back. And sometimes it's hard, especially when dealing with a family that ain't used to it. It ain't easy to go and try to talk to people about what you're seeing and what you're doing and what might work for you and what, because people don't want to hear because they doing their own thing. And especially grown folk. What you telling me? Yeah, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? It ain't about what I have. We have a problem because we think we can't get no advice from anybody that doesn't have money.
Because we always on the defense, and it's a saying, how can you tell me when you don't have or something like that? And I be like, I think the other way, a person, okay, because you know it's a cliche saying, how can a person with nobody tell you how to keep somebody or get somebody? How? Yeah, I be thinking they're the best one. They can tell you what they did, and this is why they in that situation. You know, you probably do the opposite of what they did. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, just like you said, all information is valuable.
Yeah.
You know, information is valuable, and then you don't know in where they coming from when they're talking to you in this state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
And is it a spiritual thing? Is it they being messy? You know, so you got what they say in the Bible. You got to test the spirit by the spirit. What type of spirit they coming with?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so my talking and my thinking when I think about people talking is coming with the best and most humble and the purest spirit of love you can come in. And that's when you're talking to them. Now, when people don't understand that, that's when I find that we have a problem in our connection. Because, see, a lot of times we have lost a lot of love in our neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just sitting here thinking about the type of stuff that go on in the neighborhoods now. You know, and that at one time I was part of all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I see different.
Yeah. Speaking of the neighborhood, did you hear about the 6-year-old that took the gun to school and shot the teacher?
I think it was in Virginia.
Virginia?
Oh, no.
Not here, but
yeah, it wasn't here, but I'm just saying to say he took the gun to school, it meant to shoot the teacher.
Okay, so what were the signs to show that something's wrong with him? Ain't nothing at his house gave nobody no sign. I'm saying if you ain't paying attention, then how do you? I don't know. I guess my folks was different. Cause if we did one thing wrong, man, it seemed like Mama knew everything. You know what I'm saying? We went in her rooms and she'll know somebody been in her room.
I'm wrapping my mind around like, how do a 6-year-old, because he's 6, like even have that type of, I'm finna go get a gun. I'm gonna take school and shoot my teacher. To have that type of hate and even that tender age.
I don't, you know.
6?
8.
I got a 6-year-old.
Yeah, I can't say hate. You know, so we don't even know if this little boy had the capacity to really understand hate. You know, if that's what you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I told you I was talking little boy, playing with him, roughing him up, you know, talking, playing, whatever. He get up, run, and say, I'm going to go get my gun. You know, he wasn't thinking about killing me. He just, that's the thing now. He went and got his little toy gun.
Oh, I thought you
nah,
were real.
nah. So, you know, so this little boy is 6 years old. I can't see him just saying, I'm finna go kill this teacher.
Man, that made me think back, man. I can remember being younger. Used to shoot dice in the projects, right? So I can remember shooting the dice. And a little young, back then you really didn't like little young cats to be around the dice game,
Right.
but they had the little young cats trying to shoot dice too. So I'm shooting dice, and the little young cat lost, right? And so when I grabbed the money, he like, man, give my money back. I'm like, man, that's my money. What you talking about? You lost. He said, I'm gonna go get my gun. So I'm like, man, don't take your last on. So everybody, when the little dude left, they were like, oh, he did see it. He gonna shoot for real. I was like, put the little $5 back. Hey, leave that for.
Was he 6?
He wasn't that much older than 6, but like that. He wasn't 6, but he was young.
He was younger than 10.
Dude, probably right around that age.
And how old you was?
I might have been, man, probably 18, 20.
You ain't had no business shooting dice with him.
That's all. I'm just saying,
I mean, you was wrong.
Yeah, I could have.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, for a little young kid, like, I'm going to go get my gun. And they were like, so every level, all of them like, oh, he's serious. He will shoot. So for them to even know, so.
Yeah, I mean, Yami Standard from the same way, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have, that's not normal.
I know it, bro.
Okay, I mean, I've been around plenty of 6-year-old kids in my family.
Yeah.
And that's not normal.
I know it. That's what I'm saying. I got a 6-year-old. I don't,
I mean,
for him, I was talking about a gun. I'm like,
I mean, that's just somebody being neglected in some type of way, in my opinion.
But a lot of that going down there with a lot of that going in our community. A lot of it.
What, neglecting?
Yeah.
Well,
where them kids really almost raise themselves. I always go back to that. These kids, in which the thing is, these parents have to work. So the parents can't attend. I mean, they doing the best they can. Now, I'm not putting no.
I mean, our parents did the same thing.
Exactly. And I mean, we did so. I mean, we did a lot of shit I don't know about. But I'm just saying, these kids being neglected is because the parents out trying to make a way for them, and they already struggling. And so, what's more, the streets gonna get a hold to them. That just natural movement.
Nah, I mean, it's natural. That's just things that can happen. Natural movement is having a family that's
if you ain't got no village or a family behind it.
And that's what's natural. Natural is us having a village. Because I remember it's exclusively that if my mom went there, Bob was there, Queen over there was there. You had Sharon, you had Fanny, you had all type of women along that one block area that would let her know what was going on if they thought we were doing something. You see what I'm saying? Now I don't know if they still do it like that, but it was a village that was raising because mama had to go to work all the time.
Yeah, they just separated them village. They didn't got
I'm sure some people that work together somewhere. It probably need to be more of it.
Yeah.
You got to look at. We see news and that's isolated incidents. You know what I'm saying? For some reason we take an isolated incident and make it seem like everybody's doing it. No, that's not true. That's an isolated incident.
There's a lot of people doing it.
Yeah, but where are they? So if you got one isolated incident that they show on TV and it's a lot of people doing it, then why is it just one isolated incident on TV?
I mean, that shit become common. I mean, it become regular. Then it become normal.
Yeah. I just ain't seen a lot of that. You know what I'm saying?
That's where mentorship will come in.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I think. But I don't see I just don't see doom and gloom. You know what I'm saying? I think that things are gonna get better. I think because I'm inside the business of the nonprofit world, and I see different things going on. I see different stuff that's happening. I see different laws being passed. I see the people that's out here working, trying to change basically the world. And I see it's a real movement. It's not just somebody sitting around saying that this going on. It's people out in the courtrooms. It's people out on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
It's people trying to make some difference. Even with men coming into the mentorship, and I call it gendership.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's each one teach one basically. So what I'm saying, as well as I can talk to a kid and give him something, he can give me something at the same time. Let me just make that clear. I don't think that I'm the only one doing the teaching. He's teaching me because he's showing me how to continue moving forward and what they want to have in their future.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I ask them on the spiritual type context is I want to know what do they need us to do right now to make their future better. That's when you have these conversations. and you pull these things together and you get involved with them. You know, I was talking to Christian, and Christian told me he wanted to be an astronaut. Okay, you want to be an astronaut? Now I'm gonna check that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start getting little things that, you know what I'm saying, can push him. Is this still what you want? Is this still what you want to do?
Yeah.
This is what it takes to be an astronaut. And I don't know what it takes right now, but I'm gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help him with his research. I'm gonna help move him along. I'm gonna help open his mind to other things other than what they show us on TV. They show us that's happening in our neighborhood. Whoever they is, you know what I'm saying, that's putting it on there.
Yeah. So you're having those conversations. You sure have to revisit them. I remember my kids at certain ages, I ask them what they want to be. They'll tell me one thing, and then a couple years later, I ask them again, "What do you want to be?" And they change it, and I'm like, "Okay, so what made that change?" You know what I'm saying? So it's always checking with these kids, man. They, the influence of the peers, the TV, the radio, even family, the influence on the kids is a lot. You definitely have to sit down and talk with them, man, and see where they're coming from. So mentor, for me, I think mentor is a great thing. It's needed way more. I'm talking about way more than what we got.
Yeah, because I try to keep it to the point where it's good to be an individual, but you got to be an individual that's part of a collective.
Yeah.
It's no different than you being a capacitor in a computer. Every part of that computer got to go, and you do your part. So in our world, in our village, we need to have people doing parts to where we can build futures and build better living for ourselves.
Amy Scott just hit. Amy said, "I hope that you all are able to come out to the masturbation conversation because we are helping us adults figure out who we are for real." Scott, we're gonna support.
Ain't no doubt.
Come on, dude. What you already know.
April 1st, right?
April 1st. Yeah. On your birthday, right? So we already know. She said, "I agree that mentorship is necessary. Hell, I need some now." Scott, you know my number. You know how to call. We came before. You know what? At some point, I think we all need a little mentorship. It's a lot of shit I be trying to figure out or don't know. Somebody can help in all phases, in different phases. There's a lot of stuff we go through, and we talk about that. Well, especially as men, we need that outlet where we can come sit down.
But you gotta be, for me, it's gotta be real with me. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been home, man, it's a lot of fake flossing. It's a lot of things that I just I can't feel with a lot of these dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? But when you start showing and understanding and finding those real people that really trying to make something better, that's when you start moving toward. Because the people around now, they really want to see something better. They really want to see something different. Matter of fact, let me say this before we go. January the 14th, OAA and Heroes in the Hood, we having a recruit for mentors at downtown across from Kelly Ingram Park.
That's this Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday. Yeah. January the 14th.
What time?
From 4 to 7. Okay. Come on in and just listen to what we got to say. A lot of times you got to understand mentorship ain't just like you having to be here, be there. Sometimes just making a phone call and see how somebody's doing. You know what I'm saying? Just checking in on a lot of these guys and they don't like to really talk. So I be texting more. And that's good for me because they teaching me how to text better.
They love that text game.
They'll text you, you be texting, you be talking. I be like, okay, dude, I'm gonna holler at you later because I can't, but it's making me get me out of my comfort zone.
Our kids will text in the house. Yeah. In the next room.
And that's beautiful to me. It's helping me. So I get way more out of it probably than they do.
Okay. The truth with Amy, she I guess she tagged the girl. She letting them know. They will be having a recruit for a mentor this Saturday. She will let them know about y'all.
All right.
Y'all think appreciate you, Amy. Definitely, man. Y'all definitely step out there, man. Like I said, we all could use a little mentorship, but you all could use a little help. We all are struggling in some areas, man. Everything that glitter ain't, you know what I'm saying? it ain't always there, man. And I don't think we always have to, how we put on to make people think we one way and we not. I think we need to get out of there, man. Just be
Who
transparent.
do that? So my thing is, we don't know if anybody putting on or not. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going on in the next man's house for real, for real. Just being honest. You know what I'm saying? So if a person have a positive outlook about their life and they're going through something, maybe they just have the faith that they're gonna go through that and go to the next phase of their life. So me personally, I just stopped trying to judge people on what they're doing or what they're saying or how they. Let me see what you do, because the tree gonna bear fruit.
Yeah.
I don't care what you talk about. The tree gonna bear fruit. So your work gonna bear your fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you doing some work, your fruit gonna be bad. Now, are you gonna go through some things? Think about it. When you plant a seed in the darkness, total darkness, and that seed had to germinate within that darkness, and that struggle for that seed even to come out. But it got everything in that seed when you put it in that darkness. Just think about an acorn. You put an acorn, you got a big ass oak tree come up out of that. But everything in that tree was in that acorn. Shh, man, listen, anything can happen, man. What that girl name? Glorilla. She said,
that's why
I don't worry about. I love tomorrow. She said, I love tomorrow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this today. What a different 24 hours can make, man. I love tomorrow. Yeah. Shit. Yeah. You might be broke today and be flooded tomorrow. You don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah. Keep the faith.
My wife, every time she would talk about, she sang with a mouth closed or a teeth, grizzled teeth. I was like, girl, everybody living glow.
I just like her positivity. You ever seen on an interview, just as positive. I mean, I ain't gonna say her words or whatever, but her attitude, her persona, her aura. She got, her energy is very active, very positive. She smile. I mean, those type of people I like being around. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. And then you can have that going, man. You can go through things, but still have a great time while you go through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, so mentorship. I mean, come out to recruiting. And anything we can do, we work on. They get paid to come. They get a 6-month program. I mean, it helps your family out. It helps them get a little more culture as far as what men and how men act, and that's just by looking at us as sins. You know what I'm saying? And then we want more mentors to come out to show them different sides of men, different type of people. You know what I'm saying? You just don't want to show one type and say, okay, this is how. I mean, some people ain't got to never go to no penitentiary and still be a great mentor. I mean, it's lucky that you ain't got to go through none of this stuff I went through to learn lessons. You learned, as a matter of fact, you probably learned better than me because I had to go through all this. But touche, you know what I'm saying?
so look, so people, you have children. I just want to remind y'all, kids are sponges. They pay close attention to everything you do. So the other day, our daughter was grading us. Right?
Oh, she was rating
us,
rating everybody.
Yeah,
our side of the family.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So that's why I say so be mindful. Kids are watching it, and I'm talking about from the beginning. I ain't talking about now. I'm talking about from when they were babies. Mm-hmm. Just know I did get a 10 to that. So I just
you got a 10.
Yeah. I already know what I did.
See, they're just natural, right?
What'd you get, a 7?
No, I got a 10. Yeah. I got a 10.
You know what?
Your sisters, one got a one got a 7.
Look, just know.
10. I already know that.
Just know.
The other one got 10.
Just know they can't give mama less than a 10. So they know how mama get. Mama get real with them, like she'll get like mad with them and be, you know what I'm saying? You know how you a grudge.
Yeah.
So they know that
you gonna give me a 7. You gonna give me a 7.
She'll be talking about the next day.
She gonna carry it, on.
Yeah, so they already.
She automatic team.
Yeah, so that was funny to hear. And these kids kids want grandparents, they yearn for it, right? Their relationship, and so they grade the grandparents and stuff like that. You know, to listen to them, and I'm like, they have memories of, well, he good in my life, what they did, what they remember. So it's funny to hear it. So just know, kids are watching people.
Yeah, they're watching to learn. They're
Yeah.
learning who you are,
Yeah,
what you're about. You know what I'm saying? So
and they know if you real or not.
I mean, the thing
Don't
about
get
it,
mad if they don't deal with you.
yeah. I mean, but why would they if you showing a side that they don't want? That's why I say it got to be real, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what real means to everybody. You know, if real got so many different names. I mean, I don't know. I just know one thing. Just if it's about you and your family, keep it real with you.
Yeah.
Keep it real with that. And all of us are family. Remember that. So, I mean, if we can stay positive on that tip, you never know where we can go. You never know what we can do.
And I think parenting is a hard job.
No, especially when you don't know what
when
you're
you're
doing.
doing it day for day, day in and day out, like it's like Groundhog Day.
Nah, hell no.
It is. It's like every day you wake up, like shit, you gotta do this shit again. Like that. That's why I say it's like Groundhog Day. That shit don't change. Every morning I wake up, Groundhog Day. Every day you gotta be a parent. You gotta, it's if you have kids, it's like okay, so what today? So it's like what we eat today, what we doing today is Groundhog Day, dude.
I mean, I'm here with Asa and all that, and our things change all the time because we travel.
That's not what I'm talking about.
What? Okay.
No,
so,
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying every day you have to take care of a family every day.
Yeah, but
that's why I call it Groundhog Day.
That's life. That's part of your responsibility.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not upset about that.
No, I'm not upset. It's no break.
I mean, break from what? Being a man?
I mean,
you want a break?
Yeah, something.
Man, you better get your ass up to it.
Jeez, I want to lay around sometimes.
Well, you got to work to that break.
So, shit, that's dead.
How?
I mean, ain't no break.
That the way you talking, I know it's dead because everything come out your mouth is negative. You are not gonna get nothing because you talk negative about everything you talking about. Everything that came out your mouth been negative.
Dude, I'm so positive, man. Look.
Well, you ain't talking positive. Everything you're saying is that it's not gonna work. It's too hard.
That ain't what I said. That's how you take it. That ain't what I said.
Okay, what you said?
That's not what I said.
Okay, what you said?
I said life be hard. I said parenting is
everything hard. It's hard.
I mean,
but do you love your kids, right? And you're doing exactly. So why is that hard? You giving them exactly what they need. I would be thinking about, and I'm just telling you what I see. I would be thinking about you doing this great job with these kids. Think about what they have learned and what the outcome will be with them.
So you ain't never did nothing hard. And I'm not saying I don't love it, but you ain't never did nothing hard. I mean, shit hard.
Yeah, I believe I did a few things hard.
Yeah. Started out 18 years.
Yeah, stabbed in the heart. Yeah, had to come back from that. I mean, I did a few things hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was 18 years of prison. Every day I got to get up and do for 18 years, 7,000. Well, to get somewhere else.
That's what I'm saying.
And change came.
Groundhog.
Change came. Change came. Now just think about it. Every day I woke up, it's too hard. I woke up saying this might be the day.
See, you use an adjective. I didn't use that adjective. I said it's hard. You said it's too hard.
Oh my Lord!
Okay. I just said it's hard.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Too mean out.
Nah. I mean,
it's too much, man. I'm telling you, it's hard.
But you keep saying it, so I might well put two with it.
No.
Because you keep saying that they're beating your ass.
No.
You keep saying they got you in a chokehold.
Oh yeah.
You keep saying the Debo on you. Okay, so I'm telling you, I'm standing up here peekabooing, jabbing this motherfucker. I'm fighting.
I mean, Mike Tyson got knocked out before.
I mean, we ain't talking about getting
knocked out. No, I'm just talking about the great
fighting. We're talking about fighting.
I'm talking about the great.
So you going to the extreme. You
going
but did they fight?
You a picture.
Did they fight?
They were fighting. They still got knocked out, but they got back up. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, nobody grabbed by my neck and all that. And I'm
saying, sound like you been fighting with it. You sound like you been lay down. You say, I just want to break. I want to lay down. Oh Lord,
I'm gonna get that right now. Please,
Oh Lord, come, Lord, take me, Jesus, take me, Lord, take me, Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Knock you to the wall. You gotta gather yourself.
I mean, man,
you gotta, kind of shake back.
You better put that music on. He knocked me against the wall.
See, he got back against
the
wall.
Down before.
Yeah,
but he ain't never talked about it with two. He's like, I've been knocked down, but I can't right back.
That's what I'm saying. I'm always, coming back.
But the whole thing you've been talking about today, man,
it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough everywhere.
Yeah, man.
I mean, don't be the Lone Ranger. It's tough for everybody. Everybody out here struggling.
I know it, man.
Getting at it. I'm happy I'm part of an elite crew that'll get out here and do it.
Shit, I'm ready to lay back, eat grapes. I want to enjoy mine. Hey, man. I be like, it ain't like this the rest of our life, is it? Or is it?
I don't know, man. I know mine ain't gonna be
like that. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Who want to struggle and live hard the rest of their life?
I mean, I'm not gonna do it.
I'm like,
that's where you think you're gonna be struggling, living hard the rest of your life?
No. I'm trying to see, like, you know how you want.
But you saying that who want to?
That's what I'm saying. Who want to do that?
Who's doing that?
Shit, somebody been struggling that long time. I'm just trying to see when my date. You know how you want to check it to the future and be like, when did my day start? I'm not doing this. I want like
how do you get to the place that you trying to get to?
Yeah, I'm just waiting on my season, right?
That's probably the problem. You waiting.
No.
Sometimes you got to get out there and do stuff. Change if some to me.
You know I'm a G.
Okay then. So what are you saying? You waiting? I'm trying to hit what the words you saying don't match what you doing.
You know what I'm saying? Waiting means I know my time coming eventually. I know that. My season, whatever they call it. Okay. I know it's coming. Okay. I just want to peek into the future and just see like.
No, you want somebody to give you a incentive.
Not someone to sit and just let me. Hey,
so you ain't got faith to keep going without seeing it?
I'm going to keep going.
Oh, I'm just asking. You saying you need to peek.
I wouldn't mind to know. Like, hey,
you gotta know.
I'm just saying.
You working toward?
Like, is it tomorrow or next year?
Are you working toward it?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're working toward it, then you know it's coming.
Just don't want to be found.
Man, when I was working toward getting out of prison, I worked toward and kept working toward till it happened.
So you telling me you didn't want to know when you was getting out?
Of course I wanted to know, but that didn't consume me.
Into it and be like, hey.
I would have loved to know, but once I was self in the fact that I'm here, I'm doing this.
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? I got to go on and do what I'm doing. I got to watch out. See, a lot of times we look so far into where we want to go, we pass by those little details that we need to know. You ain't listen what I'm saying?
I ain't missing no details.
We look past where we're trying to go and miss details. So you telling me it's nothing you need to change in your detailed day that can carry you anywhere that it could give you more this or more that. More that. Okay, so I mean, you keep doing what you're doing. I guarantee you, what you're looking for. If you're working for it, it's gonna come. If you're working for something, it's gonna come. You work, you get paid. I mean, that's in all the books. So you know what I'm saying? Just staying positive, man. Just move. You got this. It's nothing to it. You've been doing it for all these years.
Yeah.
I mean, what you gonna stop?
No.
Okay then.
Just want to know when. That's all. Man, that's all. That's it. I mean, what's wrong? We just want to know. I mean,
because you're not gonna get a peek.
Shit, they call that. It's a such thing as a sneak peek.
Yeah, Moses got a sneak peek. You know what happened? He ain't get to go.
No, I'm telling you, it's a sneak peek.
Man, just have your faith.
I'm gonna give you a little taste of it.
You know, a little taste.
Give you a little taste. See how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I just want a little taste.
I mean,
I'm dead. Just want a little taste of that millionaire life.
So you ain't had no taste.
You had a small taste.
You haven't had a taste.
Just a little taste.
Have you had a taste before?
Just a little.
Okay then, so you got your taste. What more you want?
Let me see. I want to know. I don't know what you want. Look, I want to know how to be rich. I done seen the other side. Just saying.
Hey man, it's coming, bro.
Yeah,
Sooner or later. I mean,
yeah, man. There was something else I wanted. Oh yeah. Before we get out of here, I definitely want people. If you don't have life insurance, get you some, and make sure you know your policy. Make sure you know what you got. Make sure you know where it's at. Make sure the people that need to know where it's at know where it's at, right? So, just what happened? We got some life insurance about a year ago on the family and whatnot, and so I think it got changed over a little to where I was getting some different life insurance, but they ended up giving my wife two policies, and so they automatically take money out the account every month, and so I changed mine over. So I ended that policy on mine, thinking it ending the money, them drafting the money out of my account. So I get up today, they done drafted the money out of my account and said that was my wife's policy. So the whole over a year and a half, they've been drafting money out of my account, not knowing that was my wife's policy. So know your policy. Know your policies. Definitely.
okay, yeah. So remember we had the mentorship recruitment down at Kelly Ingram Park across the street in the Arthur Shores building. Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be in the building.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the building.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have food. We're gonna have drinks, not liquor, but drink.
Clarify.
Clarify.
We're have a line out there.
Yeah, we come out there talking about this tea.
Yeah, you false advertising. Yeah. He said it was gonna be drinks.
Yeah. And then we just want to talk to y'all about the importance of it and what we're doing at OAA and Heroes in the Hood.
So are you gonna be a mentor?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna run everything down. We got Eric kind of gonna be there. He's part of the whole program.
I thought you were talking about Eric B out of New York. Eric B and Rakim.
No, we got Cedric. He's gonna be here. Connie, Kasim, okay. And come on. All the men of the program gonna be there, and we're gonna talk to y'all about what we're doing and what our vision is for the communities of the guys that we're in. Because Heroes in the Hood is all about the kids. They are our heroes because these are the ones going to take us to the next phase. But we have to set the board up for them. All right.
Set the table. You know what? You should have C at the beginning of your name because all this season on other people. Kasim, Connie, come on, Kimothy.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
That was a good. Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
But yeah, anything else you got to say before we get out of here, man?
Man, just stay positive. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard.
So, are you shooting that toward me?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
If all these people that out here going through, if they going through what you going through, just stay positive. Things get better.
If anybody out there going through what I'm going through, let me hear you say
yeah. It's a bunch of people going through that, but
they want to taste.
It's not what
I bet they want to taste it.
I'm not saying they don't, but I mean, sometimes you have to be disciplined.
I bet you a lot of them
do what you have to do to get there. It's not all about seeing and having it. It's about how they said. It's about the journey and what is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got
the
to
journey.
Is the thing.
I mean, you got to love the journey.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change none of my journey.
I mean, I love the journey. I sure like the end too. I mean, I'm just saying, man. Mm-hmm. Everybody don't want to hit Florida Evans all the time.
I mean, I don't hit no time. That might seem like I'm just so happy to be free. Yeah. You just don't really understand. So a lot of this stuff, man, I love these little problems or whatever because I didn't have these problems. I had other problems.
That's why I love them all.
You know what I'm saying? These problems here I deal with right now is way, way less than the problems I was dealing with. So I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
I'm really thankful for that. Shit. Give me a bill. Give me the car not working right now. Give me all that, but don't give me the other shit. I take this. I love this part. Woo, I'm late on the bill. Woo, I'm late on the bill. I be like that. Woo, it's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna take care. Late on the bill. But I remember one time I couldn't do nothing. So I'm loving it, man. So that's why I'm like I am. So a lot of people ain't gonna get it like that, but I know where I came from. So that's my big thing.
Okay, well, shit. Look here, man. We want to thank everybody for
yes,
following
sir.
us.
Y'all,
Thank y'all for joining
January
us.
the 14th.
Yeah.
Come on out.
Yeah. So look, we'll be back on here next Wednesday, 7 o'clock, man. Hey, man. If you like it, man, put your thumbs up, share it.
Yeah, like I said, we've been getting a lot of new, followers, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate all y'all guys, man.
Yeah.
We got to get on there and start interacting a little more.
Yeah.
Amy done told us, that, so we got to work on that.
Yeah.
A lot of times we are working, we are out here doing living our job, living our lives, really working through things, but we still make it a priority to do the show.
Yeah.
Because we need to have an outlet and somewhere we can talk. And I appreciate everybody that stays on and comes on in a consistent fashion. Larry, I know you be on here. I appreciate you, Greg, man. I really appreciate you, Amy, Slick. You know what I'm saying? All y'all, man. Hey, Linda gonna get a peek for it over with. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get a peek.
Look, man, we better get out of here, man. We love y'all.
I love you, Pete.
You know what I'm saying? Feel it.
Yeah, the hunt is on. Every step I take is with my gauge. I'm selling dope. I can't live on fucking minimum wage. A young black man, now you know what that means, G. A hard life, and ain't nobody hiring me. Too black, too strong for this fucking little system, man. No Uncle Tom, so I'm fucking up that little plan. So fucking scared that I might just